Welcome back to some more negativity on this channel, okay? Because that's all we do, right? All we do is spread hate and shun positivity because we're all just haters. We hate everything. We want to criticize and, be one of the greats like Anthony Fantano. But yeah, regardless, this video is another blah 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 is pissing me off type of video. So, brace for impact, I guess. But yeah, today we have something a bit different. We're not talking about rappers or certain individuals. We're instead talking about their fans. Now, without question, the list I'm about to give you guys will be controversial. It'll be debated and argued with. It's gonna be like tugged back and forth between us and the people who will inevitably dislike bomb this video. So, brace for impact. Shit's about to get rough. But anyway, first up on this list, I have the fucking Netspan fans who cannot stop treating him like a fucking god. Even though Netspan's music isn't my thing, I think his music is the definition of rotting your brain from the inside because of how nonsensical everything is. Like, I know I sound like a fucking old head, but I promise I'm not. I love like the whole opium-esque sound and like everything surrounding that stuff. I like all the new gen stuff, right? But not Netspan. Netspan literally just mashes together FL Studio loops and presets into a single jumbled mess of noises that sounds like a homeless guy trying to make a living off smashing trash cans together and pretending to be a drummer on the side of the street. Shout out to CBD. But yeah, like that either way, like Netspan fans treat him like the second coming of Christ. Like Jesus Christ is not that fucking deep. Netspan, he has some cool songs, I guess, but his biggest song is literally Not Like Us Part 2. So what's with all this glazing? Like, you're literally glazing someone who has not an ounce of musical creativity inside of him, unless of course you consider smashing metal together and punching metal for fun to be musically creative. But yeah, I've been a bit harsh on Netspan. I'm sorry, okay? I don't hate his music. It's just not my cup of tea. It's just how his fans literally compare him to every other great artist in rap history and say Netspan's better than them. Like, I know it's probably rage bait, but there are genuine people who say on my mom's life, Netspan is better than Future. Netspan is better than Young Thug. Netspan is better than Kendrick Lamar. Like, what the fuck has gotten into your brain? Even some of them say Netspan's better than Drake. What the fuck? Like, y'all know I'm not the biggest Drake fan, but even then, you cannot compare Netspan to someone like Drake. Drake has a legacy, albeit a very questionable one. He still has a legacy way greater than what Netspan has built. Who knows, maybe 10 years in the future, Netspan will create his own Yeezus and I will eat my words. And I hope that happens because we honestly need someone to fulfill that void of creative breakthrough music that Kanye left after he, left music to go full time on Twitter to rage bait and be racist. I'm sorry, okay? I don't mean no disrespect to Netspan, but you fans need to chill the fuck out. Y'all got some maggots in your brain or something because you make zero sense. But yeah, anyway, moving on, we have the polar opposite of Netspan fans when it comes to demographics and age. We have the fucking Eminem fans, the ones that are pushing 70 years old and are still yapping about how Eminem will wash your favorite rapper. Bro, what the fuck is he gonna talk about? All his good material and all the stuff that made him so revered in the first place. He said all that over 20 years ago. Actually, not over 20 years ago. It's probably like around 20 years ago. I'm sorry, okay? But yeah, he has literally not put out anything of substance within the past few years. I don't remember the last time he put out something actually solid after Recovery. Like, Recovery was the last album that I actually enjoyed from him because he was actually talking about some substance. No pun intended there, but he was actually talking about some substance. There's actual meaning to his lyrics and he's not just mumble and like fucking saying a bunch of words really quickly and bunch of things that rhyme and fucking quadruple entendres that accomplish nothing but confuse the hell out of the listener and make his fans go, oh, if you don't understand it, you're just a fucking retard, you're just too dumb. Well, let me tell you, Unc, okay? As I said in my previous video, music is there to be enjoyed. That's why it's subjective in the first place. That's why it's impossible to make an objective claim about Eminem being this all too smart, all too mighty rapper that only smart people can understand. Because I don't think even the smartest person could understand what he's actually talking about. Like, sure, you might be like, oh, he's saying this and connecting this with this and this. There's 4 meanings to one line. But what does that really mean? It doesn't really mean anything. It's just an overcomplicated way of saying something. If anything, it sounds incredibly stupid to me. But yeah, that's just my take. But essentially, you act like he's a god. Like, holy shit. I thought Kanye glazers were bad until I saw Eminem fans. When the death of Slim Shady came out, like last year, that was probably the most third-person embarrassing thing I've gone through in rap because of how much these millennials just want to start a war with Gen Z over Eminem. Like, they believe Eminem is so fucking good and has completely destroyed Gen Z with that one line where it's like, you gonna cancel me, yeah? Gen Z me, bruh? Like, is that all you know how to talk about now? Like, you know, I listened to the album, okay? There's that one song where he was all sentimental about his daughter, which is pretty wholesome, right? But then you zoom out. That's one song out of how many fucking songs that are just filled to the brim with whatever lines that are forgettable and more Gen Z rage bait, which no one falls for except for the millennials who wants to start a war with their own children so badly. I don't understand. The logic is not there, which is ironic because Eminem fans seem to pride themselves so much with how much brain power and how much logic each Eminem song requires for you to understand and absorb and interpret. Like, bro, we don't want to do all of that, bro. We have better things to do. Have you heard of a job? Have you heard of obligations? Have you heard of responsibilities? I know it's crazy coming from someone this young and someone who's telling this to people from the older generation, but holy shit, you're way older than me and somehow you have enough free time to glaze the fuck out of Eminem and make this whole claim about intelligence. Like, come on, surely you have kids to raise instead of breaking down quadruple entendres that Eminem drops every fucking second. Like, surely there's better things for you to do. But yeah, no disrespect to Eminem, I still revere him greatly. He's one of the greatest rappers to have ever existed, alright? Many of my favorite rappers wouldn't exist without him in the first place. I just have a problem with his fucking fans. They do not know their place in society. I swear to God, Eminem is not a religion. He's a great rapper. Actually, no, he was a great rapper, alright? That's it. He's not a fucking god. Even though he says he's the rap god, it doesn't mean you should worship him and suck his dick every chance you get. But yeah, moving on to the third and final fan base I really want to talk about, especially because of how relevant it is in today's age. We have the fucking Kanye Glazers. Oh my god, let it go. Literally, I've seen some of the most atrocious and depressing and pathetic copes I've ever seen from the Kanye community after seeing all the tweets that Kanye put out. Like, I know, I love his music too, and you know, you want to find every single excuse to justify your love for him, your undying love for him and his artistry, right? But these fans are so parasocial that they cannot separate his amazing generational music from Mr. I gave my cousin hand, gave my cousin hand. Actually, no, that's not even the worst thing that he has said. That's just the most meme thing he has said, which is honestly so tragic, because if you didn't see my video about the cousin song, it's honestly such a depressing topic. Like, I do not want to get into that right now, but you know, just so you know, I do not mean disrespect, okay? I'm just here to make fun of the Kanye fans, but still, Kanye is not the man he was anymore. He's a shell of a human being. He's not even like fully human anymore. He prefers AI over actual human vocals, like unironically. I don't know what has gotten into his brain. Actually, no, I do know. It's fucking nitrous oxide. But still, the fact that you guys still fucking glaze the hell out of him and make every excuse at every corner and every turn. Whenever he says like Tyler is a F slur, Kendrick is an F slur, Cardi is an F slur, and Hail Hitler. Every time he just says that, you're like, oh man, just wait till you hear Bully. Bully is so generational. Kanye is gonna make a comeback. Kanye loves a comeback story, and once he comes back, everyone forgets about it. No, we don't forget about it. You think I forgot what he said in 2022, bro? Like, okay, I get it. His music's great and amazing. And Bully, even though my faith in it is extremely low right now, it might be good. Who knows? It might be generational. It might cause a comeback for him. But no matter what, no one will ever forget the tirade of tweets and terrible, terrible decisions that he spiraled into for multiple months, okay? And do I even have to mention that Donda 2 release? I've never seen a more fucked album release. There wasn't even a rollout. It was just digital nuts scrambling to release it so he could get paid from like the royalties that he has on a lot of the songs in Donda 2, because you know, he produced a lot of it, such as that fucking god-awful Louis Back song with those atrocious drums. I want to blow my brains out every time I hear that fucking song because of the you just have to hear for yourself. It's fucking terrible.
I said buying Louis bags at the Virgil Pass. I said buying Louis bags at the Virgil Pass.
But yeah, pretty long rant, I guess. It's not really a rant, it's more of a discussion today. But yeah, pretty long rambling session. As I said before, no disrespect to any of these rappers, you know. I do really respect Eminem, and I do really, actually, I don't know if I respect Nets fan, but you know, I do have faith in the kid, okay? I do believe that he will hopefully improve into something more worthwhile to listen to, and not just a bunch of fucking kitchen utensils banging together, and Not Like Us Part 2. No, I'm sorry, I know that song is Not Like Us Part 2, but I just saw the title and it instantly reminded me of Not Not Like Us, and Not Like Us is a song I do not take seriously anymore. So yeah, I'm sorry. It's a fucking terrible joke, but I find it funny, and I don't give a shit if you find it funny or not. But yeah, anyway, Kanye, you're washed. Please hang up the cape. Alright, I don't want you embarrassing us anymore. I don't want you embarrassing the human race. What's next? Another confession of like you raping someone? I hope that doesn't happen, but I just know it's gonna come out someday. But yeah, that's it from me today, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Nah, not tomorrow. I'll see you guys soon.